So we've had a chance to talk a bit about your medications, and it sounds like you may be open to some changes.
Definitely. When it comes to my pain, like I've told you before, I'm on all these meds, or at least a couple, and it's taking like an insane amount of my time, just like figuring out what to take when, and then like gauging my pain, and then taking the perks when I need it, blah blah blah. Like, and it's not even that effective. Like, I don't know what I'm doing with my life. So, if you guys can help me with the pain, it would be amazing.
So looking at your medications, there are some options that we have related to quite a few medications. But let's start with your opioids, because your main concern that you come in with today is your pain. And I know that those were prescribed specifically for your pain.
Right, yeah, sure.
So I'm just going to summarize because we've been through a lot of information. So some of the upsides that you see are that it does take the edge off and allow you to get through some of your daily activities. But there are some downsides as well.
Exactly, yeah. Like it's like not that effective for me. Like, sure, it brings my pain down to an 8, but like, I'm still not doing what I want to do, you know? I'm sleeping throughout the day. And that's not a way to live, right?
So you're here and you really care about your quality of life.
Yeah.
These are tough decisions that you need to make around your medications because you've been on them a long time. You've had a long relationship with these medications.
Decades, yeah.
And in terms of making changes, there are a few options that we can work together. We can make a switch to an alternate opioid.
Okay.
Another option is that we can start to gradually decrease the dose. How do those fit for you?
I don't know, when you say like the first option, like I've been through a couple of opioids already, so I want to know like what's different about the one you're going to switch me to, and like how's that going to compare to the oxy. And then tapering, like that means like going down on the dose, right? Like that's kind of scary because I'm taking this much because that's what I need for my pain. So how could coming down on a dose help with the pain? You know, that doesn't make any sense. To me anyways.
You can't imagine taking less. You can't imagine being free from taking some of these medications because your pain is so bad.
Yeah, and I've like worked my way up to these doses, you know, like that's how I can at least bring it down to an 8, right? Like going down on the dose, like how could it be better?
It's hard to believe. There is some information to tell us, though, that that is possible. As we already discussed, sometimes opioids can be very helpful for pain, but for chronic pain, when used at high doses for a long period of time, 2 things can happen. One is that people can actually develop tolerance to it. So you've already described that to me, where you're needing higher doses over time to get some or any pain relief. And
I guess, yeah.
that happens as part of a regular, like expected part of using opioids. The tolerance will develop.
Okay.
The other thing that we know is that it can actually make your pain worse, which sounds very backwards and like it doesn't make any sense. Why is a pain medication making my pain worse?
Right.
It is something called hyperalgesia or hyperpain.
Hyperpain.
So the way some patients describe it, the way they feel, it's like, you know, the lights have all turned on. Like their pain is just, the volume is turned way up. And when we take some of their opioids down, they actually feel like that volume of their pain also gets turned down.
Okay. I mean, it sounds like you probably know what you're saying, so like honestly at this point I'm willing to give anything a try. So if you think turning down the dose, will lead to turning down the volume or whatever it is, I'm open, you know, like just whatever you guys are thinking, like I'm open to it. Yeah.
So we'll start small.
Okay.
And what I might suggest is that we try and switch you to an opioid that maybe you've tried before, but that will help us to kind of have a fresh start on something that you don't have tolerance to right now.
Okay. Okay. So switch the oxys to something else. Okay.
So that would be a first step.
Okay.
Are you ready to make that step today?
I'm here now, right? So let's do it. Yeah.